Abi, you're from Black Voices Cornwall. You've curated this new exhibition, Captured Beauty. Tell us a little bit about it. I mean, we're in front of this amazing painting here by Denzel Forrester, who's from Truro. He's based in Truro, isn't he? This is like the central part of it, really, but there's some amazing pieces of artwork here. So tell us a bit about it.
So Captured Beauty is a new exhibition where we want to raise the visibility and representation of the ethnically diverse community. That is something that's really rarely achieved in Cornwall, and we completely understand that. So this is the exhibition where we can come and feel represented and see people who look like us, because we don't get that on the streets of Cornwall. So this is the place where we can feel welcome, we can see ourselves represented and really feel at home. This piece is just fabulous. This is actually one of the brightest pieces that we have and most colourful pieces, but it showcases how the black culture is so vibrant and so creative. I mean, it came from jazz, it's got reggae, it's got dancehall, and you completely want to be transported into that club and be dancing with those people, because it just looks like a place you need to be.
Yeah, it's all about his sort of youth, really, growing up in those dancehall clubs in London, isn't it?
Yeah,
but of course, as we said, he's living in Cornwall now, which is fantastic, and still carrying on making artwork, obviously.
This piece is by Ryan Mosley, and this is very much, when you look at it, the longer you look at it, the more that you see, and it also kind of looks like there's some form of ritual going on, which actually really nicely relates to this piece, which is by Catherine Lock-Taylor. It's one of our local artists that live in Cornwall, and this is all based around her Ghanaian heritage. So these are all Adunka symbols, which are from Ghana, and what she does is a grief ritual ceremony to kind of grieve ancestors. And this is going to be an event that we're going to put on. It's going to be exclusive to people of colour, to kind of grieve our ancestors, be in that safe space together, and kind of be given that opportunity to fully grieve the fact that our ancestors will have been enslaved. And Cornwall has a not very well known history relating to Britain's colonial past and slavery. So it's very important to kind of raise that awareness of slavery that was in Cornwall, and give people of colour who live in Cornwall that opportunity to grieve the ancestors.
And that event will be taking place here, will it?
Yeah, it will be, yeah. This one just has a sense of calmness to it, and I just feel like I could talk to this person all day.
Just the soulfulness in the eyes.
Yeah, exactly. And then in contrast with this one, I mean, that just looks like my auntie, and I can imagine her shouting at me around the corner saying, "Abi, get me my plantain." Yeah. And it's like, I could just be in that room with her, and it's just so relatable, and you can really connect with the pieces. And one of our local artists is this Polaroid piece where we went around Cornwall taking these photographs of people of colour that live in Cornwall. So this is the small percentage of the ethnically diverse community that call Cornwall their home. And it is the opportunity to kind of not feel so isolated.
Growing up in what is a predominantly white area, Cornwall, have you faced difficulties yourself?
Yeah, I have. I wouldn't say I've faced overt racism. That's a form that's really in your face, but more the microaggressions, the double look, or the stares, or no, where are you really from?
Yeah, a lot of people get that, don't they?
Yeah. So it's the subtle microaggressions that really kind of tear you down and make you paranoid, and it's offensive at the end of the day.
It is, and I suppose a lot of it is down to education, which is why something like this is so good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because as you say, it's a safe space and a space for you as people of colour, but also you'd hope that a lot of indigenous Cornish people would come here and enjoy the show as well.
Definitely. And we want it to be that, like you say, that educational opportunity for people to maybe even continue or start to take racism seriously, because it affects every single person within the exhibition, and it's that burden really needs to be lifted by everybody, and we need to start as a group to unite and help dismantle racism, because it's not going to work if only a few of us try to take it down.
Which takes us downstairs, which we'll have a look at now, because there's an amazing quote, isn't there, in a piece of artwork there by Martin Luther King. So should we go and have a look at that?
Yeah. This was donated to Black Voices Cornwall when the murder of George Floyd happened and the Black Lives Matter protest was revived. So this was donated to us by Binrat and Nidi, which is a 18th century Mustang car bonnet, and then they have painted over and put a very inspirational Martin Luther King quote over it. And Martin Luther King speaks so close to Black Voices Cornwall's heart, and we find him such an inspiration. So to have this donated to us we were just so privileged and so blessed to have it. The types of racism that people of colour experience, it's not sugar-coated, it's our reality, and it's the burdens that we have to carry, and we need to be able to be honest about what we do suffer and how we suffer from it, and then once we discover what that is, we can then move forward in trying to tackle it and dismantle the power that racism holds over us. So.